Welcome back. This is John Locke, and today I'm answering a very great question, and this has to do with mentioning competitor brands or companies on your website. So this was inspired. There was two different posts that I saw in an SEO forum today. There's two different ones. Now, one was asking this question. They said, we know that it's against the rules to bid on your competitor's name in Google ads, like AdWords. You're not supposed to bid on somebody else's brand name. That actually, even if you do that, it can cause a lot of bad blood, so I don't recommend it. If you really want to make a local competitor, mad at you, just go ahead and do that and see what happens. They'll come after you and do all kinds of things. But the other thing that this person was asking is, if we know that you're not supposed to do that, but what if we mention another brand on our website? Are we going to get a Google penalty for that? Are we going to get dinged for that? The answer is no, but I'll explain more on that in a minute. And then the other person was asking a question. They were talking about, I think it was like some sort of place where they have a bunch of products, and they said, here's some other retailers where you might be able to get this too, and they mentioned some competitors, and maybe they linked to them too. There's another place where you can get that. And they were asking the same thing. Basically, are you going to get dinged for this? The answer is no. Now, the best way to think about this thing when it comes to this is Google doesn't really care if you mention somebody else's brand or whatever. You know, they don't really care about that. Now, there's certain things that you shouldn't do, like if you're doing a YouTube video and you have a certain product line and you put your competitors like hashtags or their other tags like in there. I wouldn't really do that, because that's not going to benefit you in any way, and it's not going to like make your thing rank higher or anything like that. But if we're talking specifically about a web page, sometimes it's a way to go somewhere that other places will be afraid to go, basically. And, I'll give you a couple examples. Now, in software, this is like a common thing where people will often do like, here's this piece of software versus this piece of software, and we're going to compare the two side by side. That's a very, very common type of content that gets made all the time. All types of software do this all day long. So you can mention another competitor, because that's what people are looking for. At the end of the day, Google is trying to deliver the most useful pages for what people are typing in. So if the information that you're giving people is useful, then that's a good thing. Another thing to think about too is, if you have a product line, you probably have a distributor's page or something like that. Here's a place where you can pick it up instead of ordering direct. Here's a list of all the places that carry our product. This is a very common thing too. So those things are all good. So, you're talking about specifically, mentioning like a competitor. I'll give you another example that's a really good one. My friend Tim Brown, who runs Hook Agency in Minneapolis, another SEO agency. It's bigger than mine, but he often does things like this, where he will put together resources where it's like, here's the top Minneapolis web designers besides us. Here's other types of agencies out there. Here's some of the top SEO agencies, and of course they're in there too, which they deserve to be. But he puts that together. I've seen other places too. I think it was Gotch SEO, Nathan Gotch. He put together a list of different cities that have the top SEO agencies. He had the big cities like LA, Los Angeles, Minneapolis, Dallas, Miami. A couple of strategic ones, because there are like some really big agencies there. Now, these things rank really well for top SEO agencies in these cities. So what I'm saying to you is there's lots of ways that you can go about mentioning competitor brands, as long as you're not afraid to do this, and as long as you're basically using it as a resource for different people. I even had a page like this at one point on my own site where I was talking about the best web designers in Sacramento. I took it down for some other reasons, but it actually did okay for a little while. But yeah, you can definitely mention competitors in your page. Now, like I said before, I don't recommend, if you're making YouTube videos, don't use tags with your competitors' hashtags, or if you're on Instagram, don't hashtag like your competitors or stuff like that, because basically like you're telling people like you're gonna find this, but then they go there and it's nothing to do with those competitor brands. So I really wouldn't do that. It's not going to benefit you in any way to do that. It's not going to trick Google into ranking those videos or those things higher. And yeah, don't bid on your, I mean, you can, I guess, you know, I don't know what all the rules are for that. But I mean, if you want to bid on your competitor's brand, you know, that's just a way to make an enemy. So I wouldn't necessarily do that. Anyway, yeah. So definitely don't shy away from mentioning other brands. It's not going to hurt you. In a lot of ways, it's going to make the content more helpful for your customers. And the other thing is most of your competitors are going to shy away from doing this, and they're going to shy away from ever mentioning the competition. But if you address any issues or questions head on, maybe you do a comparison post, maybe you compare all the competitors like head to head. I mean, that's what affiliate SEOs do all day long, is they take a whole list of competitors and just put them head to head. You know, it's good for SEO in a lot of ways. So don't be afraid to do it. But keep in mind to, you know, speak the truth. Don't defame your competitors. Don't, you know, bury them unnecessarily. Just speak the truth about, you know, whether their product or their service is good or not, if you choose to do this and if you choose to go this way. But like I said, there's certain scenarios or certain keyword types where this is going to work better. Like if you say like the best 8 or the top 10, you're searching for the best, you know, whatever this service is or product is in a certain geographic region, or, you know, something like that, you know, or if head to head you say like this product versus this product, those will work really good, you know. So don't be afraid to do it. My name is John Locke. My business is Lockdown Design and SEO. I'm here about every other day making videos, and I would love to see you subscribe. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, so I think that is pretty awesome. Love to get there. It's going to get there pretty soon. And that's all I have for now. If you have a question, leave it in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer. And I'll be back in a couple days with a new video. Until next time, peace.